Today's episode comes to you from Kokabunji, the bonsai community next door to Kanashi near Takamatsu in Japan. In today's episode, we're going to look at a Shinpaku Shohin creation and pick up a few pine tips. Takamatsu is the ideal bonsai adventure destination, and the ASPAC 2011 convention will be held in November. And when you visit Takamatsu, you'll find a wealth of activities outside of bonsai. The glorious Ritsuren Gardens are surely one of the finest jewels in Japan's crown. Right in the centre of town on the site of the original Takamatsu castle is Tamamo Park, where you'll be able to view the Japanese Imperial Collection, or just soak up the local hospitality. Then a quick ferry ride and you're in Naoshima with its primal Japanese landscape and wonderful outdoor artwork. Within the museums you can view the works of Andy Warhol, Monet and James Turrell. Another short ferry ride and train and you're in Okayama, where you can visit the wonderful Korakuen, one of the greatest Japanese gardens. Then a 2-hour ride on the bullet train and you're in Kyoto with all the wonderful delights that it has to offer. And that's all within easy reach of Takamatsu. The third generation owner at Hiramatsu Shunshoen is Kuniaki Hiramatsu. There's 4 generations that have contributed to the evolution of this beautiful garden, and the 4th is Koji Hiramatsu. The garden specialises in Shinpaku, white pines and black pine. And of course they come in all shapes and sizes. Some areas of the garden are for potted trees and others are for training pines in the open field. But the garden is most famous for its Shohin bonsai. That's bonsai under the size of 20 centimetres. But the nursery has a diverse range of styles and sizes, including tiny pines in small pots, as well as huge white pines being trained in the open fields in this rich sandy soil. And everywhere you turn you find absolute gems. It's early spring, so Koji's father, Kuniaki, spends the day trimming the buds off the pines. New candles are emerging everywhere, and he's trimming them back to stimulate newer and much finer growth. The Hiramatsus are a very hard-working and very well-organised bonsai team. Because they have so many trees and because not every pine can be repotted every year, Kuniaki uses a sort of a probe to open up the potting medium a bit so that water can get into the pot more readily over the hot summer months. Recent events have had a disastrous effect on the economy at bonsai nurseries in Japan, but with generations of experience, the Hiramatsus know that you've got to prepare for the good times in the bad times. Koji's a director of the All Japan Bonsai Shoin Association and a contributor to Bonsai Kindai, Japan's leading bonsai publication. He generously offered to show us how to style a Shinpaku.
This is juniper. Variety is Itoigawa. Itoigawa is the best variety for Shohin trees. 20 years old. I reformed this juniper. So first, I brush your trunk with wire. If we clean the gin, it's keep it clean is good for gin because it's easy to rotten if you don't clean up the gin. So this is necessary to clean up the gin and the trunk.
Koji had agreed to do what normally takes a full day in a few hours, so I allowed him to work on in silence. Koji swapped between the wire brush and some tweezers to peel away any stubborn old pieces of bark. Next, he used his high-pressure water spray to clear away the debris. When he was satisfied with the cleaning, he began wiring. Then a quick height check to make sure that it conforms to the 20 centimetre maximum.
I finish wiring this part, first branch. So to keep this line straight from front side, this is a point to keep lines straight of branches. So from the front side.
A couple of hours later and the entire bonsai has been rewired. Then Koji begins carving with his dentist tool. The carving not only redefines the gin or the dead wood, but it also helps to preserve that dead wood so that it can have a great future. Then it's time for repotting. And once the roots have been properly teased out, it's time to give those roots a prune. Next comes the important choice of selecting the right pot for the bonsai.
Yeah. So first, put in the big soil, large soil. Put in the akadama and the kiryu and the hard akadama. So this is the front side. So this is a easy way to hold the trees in the pot. Okay. So this is a paint. So now I'll paint the trees. In winter we use lime sofa, but this time we can't use.
Koji blends the white and black acrylic paint to achieve the tone that he desires. 2011 in Takamatsu presents a rare opportunity for those who like their bonsai organised to get the best organisation possible in the heartland of the world's most sustainable bonsai community. To access Takamatsu, it's best to fly to Osaka, then get on the limousine bus at stop number 7, which will take you to Takamatsu 3 hours away, and you'll be in the heart of Japan's safe southwest bonsai adventureland. You can find a registration link to the Takamatsu convention at the top of the links page at bonsaifarm.tv.